Hello, and welcome to this training video on setting up and using the COM application on the AVX 10K flight line test set from VIAVI Solutions. In this video, we will discuss the settings and procedures for COM testing, and then we will review saving any associated test generator data or test results. After turning on your test set, open the Radio Test COM ribbon and select the COM application. Before we look at the setup page, let's briefly discuss the COM instruments. Within the COM application, the tabs provide for testing either the receive side or the transmit side of the avionics. These are broken down into AM, FM, and single sideband for the receive tab, and AM, FM, single sideband, and selective calling for the generate tab. Now let's take a look at the setup parameters. The RF port selection differs slightly from some of the other instruments as it only has options for antenna and direct connection. There is no coupler testing option for the COM application. When testing over the air, use the provided extendable antenna. When using the direct connection method, ensure you have entered the correct cable loss value. External attenuation allows for 0 to 22 dB of compensation for an external attenuator on the RF I/O connector. The two values for both cable loss and attenuation are added together and displayed on the main page for user reference. RF power units can be set to dBm or V for volts. The frequency input type can be either preset, channel, or variable. Preset provides a set of 3 fixed frequencies. Channel allows the selection of any on-channel frequency. VAR allows for direct entry of a frequency. The frequency and RF power input method field determines if power selection inputs will be done with numeric steps or numeric entry. Numeric step allows the frequency and RF power fields on the main screen to be adjusted in step values. Numeric entry allows for any value in the defined range to be entered. When numeric entry is selected, the channel frequency and RF level step fields are enabled because clicking in the center of the associated control will bring up the numeric entry screen when you are in this mode. To test the transmission properties of a radio, select the Receive tab on COM application and choose the type of signal you would like to test, either AM, FM, or single sideband. The RF port you selected in the setup will determine if a power reading will be measured. For now, power is only measured using the direct connection method and the RF I/O port of the AVX. Any of the parameters on this page that have a blue background can be changed. Frequency can be easily entered using the numeric entry setting in setup and then clicking in the middle of the control. This should display an entry screen to allow direct input of a frequency. Once everything is set up properly, key the microphone on the unit under test until measured values are read and displayed. Click the measurement hold button to capture the measured data and click the save data and then the save button to store the measured data in a file. To test the receive properties of a radio, select the Generate tab and choose the type of signal you would like to test. Either AM, FM, single sideband, or selective call. Similar to other instruments, any parameters on this page that have a blue background can be controlled. After clicking Run to start generating a tone, the tone being sent can be turned off and back on by clicking the Mod Tone button for the AM, FM, and single sideband instruments. For the selective call instrument, a single or continuous tone can be selected, transmitting the value entered in the Select Tone button. You can click the Save Data button to capture the current setup to a file. Any files that have been saved can be sent to your StrataSync account. Please review the video on StrataSync for more details. The data can also be viewed directly on the AVX in a couple of ways. To view the file, select the System Tray button on the lower right front of the AVX and select the View Reports icon. Click on the file that you would like to view and it will load. Here you can also convert this data to a PDF file which can also be transferred to your StrataSync account. Another way to view saved data is by clicking the Recall Settings button from the Setup page. Load the desired file and all of the measured values and settings will be loaded for review.